Hey guys, welcome back to another live stream. It's been a minute, a long minute. I am back again with another live stream. I notice you guys enjoy those videos I've been posting, so I'm gonna keep on posting those videos for you guys. I'm currently working on one, but today I have a new topic and I have to share it with you guys. It is very important. So we can talk about this beautiful topic. Hi Nicola, welcome. Nice having you here. How are you doing? Good afternoon. I think it's afternoon where you are. Good afternoon and welcome. I appreciate you being here. We're talking about fear. Yeah. Morbid fear. The things we dread. Is it the dark? Is it for our life? Is it something that someone said? What could cause this kind of fear? How can this fear affect us? Let's talk about it. Thank you. I'm fine. It is actually evening, 8 a.m. Okay, nice. Very nice. I'm doing great too. Thank you very much. So I would say it is, you said evening. So for 8 a.m., sorry, 8 p.m., it would be nighttime. So it is night. So I should say good night. How are you doing? Hope you're having a wonderful night. Hello, Alice, and everyone in the chat. Hi, Miss Wright. It's been a whole long minute. Pleasant blessings. Thank you. It's been a minute. Welcome. It's been a so long time. I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? Nicola is saying hello to you. How are you doing? I'm doing fine. I can't complain. It's really sunny. It's drizzling. The rain hasn't started falling heavy, but it's drizzling. So I will count it as a blessing. It's a wonderful day. No, I haven't forgotten about you. No. I have not forgotten about you at all. It's just that it's been a while since I saw you here on the live because I assume that you're so busy that you haven't got to popped in. But I saw the comments them that you leave, and those comments are very nice. Very nice. Miss Wright is saying hello to Nicola. How are you? Very nice. I'm good. How are you? Nicola is saying she's doing good. How are you, Miss Wright? Hi, Sassy. Is it Sassy? Oh my God, it's been a minute too. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. It do happens. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, so most of the time when I'm doing the live stream, you probably getting your rest. So I got you. But don't worry, you're here. So that's amazing. I'm happy to have you here. Miss Wright says she's doing okay. Nicola is saying hello to Sassy. Very nice. So we are going to talk about fear, the thing we dread, morbid fear. Because you remember one time I said fear mean when you respect God. Yes, it's not about being dreadful or having any morbid fear. That kind of fear when you heard someone use the term that they fear God. Someone that says they're God fearing should be someone that respect God. So today we are not talking about God fearing. We are talking about morbid fear. What make us scared? How does it affect us? We are going to look at some Bible characters, how they were affected and what it moved them or what it impels them to do. What morbid fear caused them to do. We are going to look at that. I forget to put the theme scripture in, but in the meantime, you can look up the theme scripture. Deuteronomy chapter 20 and verse 8. That's the theme scripture. You can look it up in the meantime, and then we can get into the discussion. Sassy say hello, Miss Wright. Hello, Nicola. Very nice, very nice. Now, let's get into today's discussion. We got so many of you here. Please remember to thumbs up the live stream. This is how you are going to help me get out into the algorithm so other people can come and benefit themselves from the topic we discuss on a regular basis. Also, turn on your post notification bell so you can know when I go live, when I post videos. It is beneficial for all of us. You benefit, I benefit. So let's get into the topic. Morbid fear. What do we dread? How can it affect us? Yes, how does fear or morbid fear affect us? What can it cause us to do? Deuteronomy chapter 20 and verse 8 give us insight of how this affects us. It says, the officer would also ask the people, who is fearful and faint-hearted, he would return to his house so that he may not cause his brother to lose heart as he has. What was happening here? Who want to share what they think that was happening here? Who was this account referring to? Let's see who is following. Deuteronomy 20 and verse 8. Who was this talking to? Come on, guys. We talk about this every day. Who wanna give, Miss Wright, you wanna give some insight? I want you guys to participate too. I can't give you all the answers. We have to participate. This was referring to a group of people. Read again. The officers should ask, hold on. The officers should ask also, the officer should also ask the people, who is fearful and faint-hearted, he would return to his house so that he may not cause his brothers to lose heart as he has. It is, let me give you a hint. They were talking about a group of people. A group of people. Which people they were talking about? Was talking about the Israelites. And he said something about them. If you look back at verse 7, it gives you insight. Ow! Don't do that. Little cat, don't do that. Do you understand what is being said? So, okay, let me give you insight. So the Israelites, when they got married, and they are married and have wife, they should not go away and leave their wife if they're just married. They should not go far or distance away from them, because anything can happen to them. And if their wife have not started to have children, or they just get married and something happened to them and they become unalive, then guess what? Their name will not able to live on. So because of fear, the officers give them options to choose within themselves. by asking them question. And when he asks them the question, he will know if they're strong at heart or are fainted hearted. Meaning that if they are unable to carry out what is being asked of them, he asks them questions to get their mind on the matter to see what they can do. So that is the first thing that was happened to this group of people. They were asked a question. For example, you went to a job interview and the boss is gonna ask you some question. Sometimes it is not relevant to the job, but they ask just to see where your mind is on the job. What is your focus? What is your best interest? What do you have as the best interest at heart? Yes. So that's what happened at Deuteronomy. So because of fear of what might happen or take place, he asked them question, and because they weren't strong at heart, some of them decided that it's best to go. But look at another scripture that will help us to see more. Judges chapter 7 and verse 3. Now please announce in the presence of the people, whosoever is afraid and trembling, let him return home. So Gideon put them to the test. With that, 22,000 of people returned home and 10,000 remained. So you see the point? Because he told them what will happen when they go out on the journey that they're going on. And once he told them what this journey is all about, he allowed them to choose what will take place. For example, he noticed how they were behaving. They were trembling. They were afraid because of the question that was being asked. So because of this morbid fear that they developed, 22,000 people went home instead of carrying out the task that was set before them. Here's another one. Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 25. Trembling at men is a snare, but the one trusting in the Lord will be protected. Any comment before I go any further? Trembling at men is a snare. So because of what they think would take place, it put the kind of morbid fear in their heart, and the task that was lying ahead, they did not get to carry it out because they were trembling with fear. So the scripture is helping us to see that if we're scared of men, it will ensnare us. Yeah. It will make us not carry out the task that we're supposed to carry out. We will not be able to function properly. Any question before I go? Miss Wright, you have any question? Sassy? No. All right. Sassy, do you have any? I didn't get the first part. I only see fear. I don't see the first part. Did you write something? Oh. How bad is this morbid fear? Really bad. Let me give you some. Give me a minute. Give me a minute, guys. Come, Kitty. Come. Let me give you some food. Come, big boy. Come, come, come. Eat some food. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. So it is very, very bad. And let me tell you how bad it is. I'm going to give you some Bible characters, examples. So the first example we are going to look at is at Exodus chapter 32, reading verse 1 to 4 and verse 21 to 24. This, let me give you some insight. This is about Aaron, how he makes fear of men affect him in order for him to carry out God's goodwill. The fear of men affect him in a way that he give in to the pressure that the people them apply to him. And this caused him to commit a very, very bad sin in the eyes of God. So when you look at Exodus chapter 32 and reading verse 1 to 4, this is what it says. Meanwhile, the people saw that Moses was taking too long, taking a long time coming down from the mountain. So the people gathered around Aaron and said to him, "Get up, make us a god who will go ahead of us, because we do not know what has happened to this Moses, the man who led us out of the land." At this, Aaron said to them, "Take gold earring and gold earring of all your wives and sons and daughters and bring them to me." So all the people began to take off their gold earring that were worn in their ears and bringing them to Aaron. Verse 4, then he took the gold from them and he formed them and engraved them in tools and make it into a statue of calf. They began to say, "This is our God who had led us out of the land." What has happened in this scenario? What has happened in this scenario? Yeah, man, pressure. Fear of people, fear of men, pressure. So they were impatient too. The people then become impatient. They were so impatient that they couldn't wait for Moses to return with the information that he is going to receive. Because in their reasoning, they say Moses take too long. But they totally forget that Moses was not doing this for himself. Who was Moses doing this for? Who was Moses? Yeah, man. Moses was doing it for them. It was for their own good. But they become impatient. And because they become impatient, they apply pressure. The scripture tell you all the information that was taking place. Moses take too long to return to them, to give them the information that they need, to what they should do next. So they apply the pressure to the weaker vessel. Yeah, man, God. Yeah. So when they apply the pressure to the weaker vessel, this is how morbid fear come into place. When morbid fear come into place, it affects the way the person think. Even if that person knew what is right, everything that is wrong started to unfold. And that's what take place in the scripture. Verse 21 to 24. Moses said to Aaron, "What did these people do to you, that you have brought great sin upon them?" Aaron replied, Do not be enraged, my Lord. You well know that the people are inclined to do evil. So they said to me, make for us a God who will go ahead of us, for we do not know what has happened to this Moses, the man who has led us out of the land. Verse 24. So I said to them, whosoever has any gold must take it off and give it to me. Then I threw them into the fire, and out come this calf. So you see, he explained to them, Moses, you know these people are inclined to do evil. Yes, it's true. Mankind are inclined to do what is bad at any time. When under pressure is the worst. Their brain does not work in the same way it should work. So when they should do what is right, everything that is bad started to unfold. And when that started to unfold, you know what happened? Nothing good comes out of their speech and their action. So Aaron was right. These people are inclined to do evil. And if you look at more information, what has happened, Moses too was affected by the evil that these people were inclined to do. Because in the future, Moses has committed a great sin just the same. And when he committed that great sin, he didn't get to enter into the promised land. So all of that is under pressure. When under pressure, morbid kick in, everything that is wrong unfold itself. Miss Wright says they have disturbing thoughts. Yeah, man. Yeah. All they want is the negative things. It can't be positive, and let me tell you why it can't be positive. Because these people, they came out of the land of harsh treatment that they used to receive. They used to receive some harsh treatment, and Moses take them out of that land to give them a land of peace and happiness. And these people were thinking about the fish, the drinks, the food, all the delicacies that they used to have. They are not thinking about where they are going. You know the saying that say, no cuss where you come from, but cuss where you're going? It means that where you're going could be worse off than where you're coming from. But in this case, they were unsure of where they were going because they did not have faith in nothing that was taking place. And they did not see God's hand in all that was happening in their life. Yes, just like that. Very ungrateful. They never learned to satisfy. But let's look at another one. And let me show you this happened in Jesus' time. We're going to look at Matthew chapter 14, reading verse 50. And then we're going to look at the same Matthew chapter 14, this time verse 66 to 72. And this is where fear of men let all Jesus' follower abandon him. They flee and leave him behind. And then also, fear of men caused Peter to deny him, thinking about the disease and fear. Yes, that's what they were thinking about. They weren't thinking about all the good that God has brought them through. They weren't thinking about none of that. All on their mind is what they used to have, and they are not seeing any of what God is doing for them now. Matthew chapter 14 and verse 50 said, and they all abandoned him and fled. In the garden of Gethsemane, while he was there praying and the people them come to get Jesus. When they come to get Jesus and Judas say, see me and him here look for. Anybody when me kiss. See him there. And they hold him and carry him away. And the disciples them gone left him alone for defending himself. Because of what the scripture call it. What the title say? Yeah, man, fear of men, morbid fear, the kind of fear that keep us on our toe and let us act stupid without even thinking to help ourselves. So when you look at verse 66 to 72, it gives you more insight. Now, while Peter was below in the courtyard, one of the servant girl of the high priest come and seen Peter warming himself. She looked straight at him and said, you were one of the Nazarene. You were with the Nazarene, this Jesus. And here Peter said, neither do I know him, nor do I understand what you are talking about. And he went outside to the entryway. Yeah. Fear of men. Yeah, man. Look at verse 69. The servant girl saw him again and began to say to those standing by, this is one of them. Again, he was denying it. After a little while, those who standing by again began saying to Peter, certainly you are one of them, for you are in fact a Galilean. Yeah, man. But he started to say to them, to curse and swear, I do not know this man whom you are speaking about. And then guess what? Because Jesus told him, when the rooster crow, you will deny me 3 times before that rooster crow. And as verse 72, immediately a rooster crow a second time. And Peter recalled what Jesus said to him. Before a rooster crow twice, you will disown me 3 times. He broke down in tears and began to cry. Because what? He know he has done something very wrong. He had denied that he know who Jesus is. But nonetheless, that tears he cried, it shows that he is sincerely from his heart sorry. Because if you continue to read the account, it gives you insight how Jesus forgive him by giving him a weighty responsibility to take care of his sheep. Yeah, that's what Jesus did. Give him a responsibility to take care of his flock. So we see that he forgive him. But morbid fear can affect us in a way that when we should present ourselves doing what is right, what is wrong started to unfold. It means that it become chaotic. Fear of men, dread. You dread what they are going to do. You're thinking about what they are going to do, and what you're supposed to do, you did not get to carry it out because of fear of men. Those are the 2 examples. There are more examples of morbid fear, but those are 2 main examples that help us to see that Aaron giving to the fear of the people, that the people apply to him. And Peter, just like Sassy said, fear of men has allowed Peter to commit that great sin. Miss Wright said, afraid of the outcome. Yeah. People in general are afraid of what is going to happen, the outcome of the situation. So because of the fear of what is going to take place, they started to do things that is improper. Yeah, man. Make whole heap of mistake and make a fool of themselves. Now, Morbid fear come from the word anxious. You did know that? Did you know that? Morbid fear came from the word anxious. Did you know that? Sassy said no. What about you, Miss Wright? Did you know that? Very good. You know why? Because you're anxious, just as what you said earlier. They're afraid of the outcome. That person is anxious of what the outcome is going to be. So that apply pressure. It brings on anxiety. The kind that affects us on a wild scale. Isaiah 35 and verse 4 said this. Say to those who are anxious at heart, be strong. Do not be afraid. Look, for your own God will come with vengeance. God will come with retribution. He will come and save you. That's the scripture of Isaiah 35 and verse 4 said that. Yes, man. Anxiety, anxiousness, morbid fear, afraid, all of these, it interferes with our behavior. So something bad happened to a child, and the person who, whether it's a he or a she, you know what they do first? Pump fear into that person's heart. Let it overwhelm with anxiety. So the morbid fear started to take root. So by the time they're supposed to speak, they can't find the words to say. And then guess what? They go on living the life safe and don't know that it is not safe. So yes, morbid fear interferes with our behavior, interferes with our heart and our mind, affect us on a wide scale. So we have to be very careful. But here is some scriptures. I read one already. I'm going to read the other one. Isaiah 41 and verse 10. It's very comforting to know that you're not alone. And God is there with you. And he provides comfort for you when you're experiencing these kind of morbid fear. Isaiah 41 and verse 10 said, do not be afraid, for I am with you. Do not be anxious, for I am your God. I will fortify you. Yes, I will help you. I will really hold on to you with my right hand of righteousness. Yes, Nicola. So God is there to help us through this morbid fear that we are experiencing. He is there to hold on to our hand, to carry us through. You refer to it as a storm. You could refer it to the situation as a minor setback. You are never alone. You know why? That same Isaiah 41, but this time verse 13, it says, for I am Jehovah your God. I am holding on to your right hand. I am the one saying to you, do not be afraid. I will help you. Simple put, comforting words. No matter what the situation is, you are never alone. God is holding on to you. You have to allow him to hold on to you and never let you go. Here's a scripture for you. The source of life. Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 27. Let's read it. Miss Wright, give this scripture. Let me read it for you guys. Proverbs, where are you? Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 27. The fear of Jehovah is a fountain of life. To turn one away from the snare of death. When you respect God and do what God has said you should do, He says it means life on your part. It means that He will always sustain you. He said death will never knock at your door. He said to turn one away from the snare of death. Death can't knock at your door when you are doing what God said you're supposed to do. The source of life is with God. If we continue to do what God said, we will gain that life. We will have that life. But we have to do what God said. Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 6. Source of comfort from morbid fear. So that we may be of one courage and say, Jehovah God is my helper. I will not be afraid. What can a man do to me? The source removing morbid fear is these scriptures of comfort. Isaiah 35 and verse 4, Isaiah 41 verse 10 and 13, Hebrews 13 and verse 6. These scripture will help you go through morbid fear, what you are experiencing, the things you dread. You will get comfort from these scriptures. Here's an example for those who experience morbid fear and got comfort. We're looking at Jehoshaphat. 2 Chronicles 20, reading verse 1 to 17. I don't think I will read all the scriptures, but I will give you insight of what was happening. So Jehoshaphat and the rest of God's people fear a large and powerful enemy. But God encourages and rescues his servant. Let's see. After the Moabites, after the Moabites and the Amorites got together with some of the Amnon come to Jehoshaphat, and they told Jehoshaphat, a large crowd from a different region from across the sea has come to him. Jehoshaphat becomes so scared that everything he touched trembled and fall. That's how fear he was. The people who were gathered together to inquire about God, they come to all the city of Judah to consult about God. Then Jehoshaphat stand up in the congregation, in the house of God, in the courtyard, and he said to God, he said, look, they come against me. I can do nothing about it. And guess what Jehoshaphat did? What did he do? What did Jehoshaphat do? Isaiah 6 verse 1 to 5 give us examples. All right, I'm going to take a look at that. Yeah, man, that's what he did. He prayed a prayer and he consult God because if you're following along, you will see the information. It's a long scripture. It will take up too much time to read all of it. So yeah, so just to give you a small insight, yes, he prayed and he put the situation before God, and he told God that he was outnumbered. He can't do anything to help himself, and God rescued them. He sent help and rescued them. So it's the same thing. Morbid fear can affect us in a way that even though help is just a step away, because of that morbid fear, we sometimes reluctant to think straight and to act and do what is right. Let's look at the scripture that was put in the comment section, Isaiah 6, reading verse 1 to 5. In the year of Isaiah 6, right? 1 to 5. You sure this is the scripture? Look back at it again. It gives us example of morbid fear, or what kind of example does this one give me? Because I am looking at it and it doesn't give us much insight to the topic. Look back at it again, Miss Wright. And let me know if I am not looking at it the right way. But yes, when Jehoshaphat prayed, he prayed and God answered his prayer and worked in favor of his prayer. And he did have success. When you look at verse 22 to 24, when they began joyfully singing praises to Jehovah, something happened. Ammon, Moab, and the mountainous region of Seir, who were invading Judah, they turned on each other. And the Ammonites and the Moabites turned against the inhabitants of the mountainous region. And then they disrupt. Oh, the spirituality. Oh, yes. Oh, that's what you're referring to, the spirituality. Okay, I understand now. So when they turn against each other, Jehoshaphat did not have to lift his hand because God has caused them to fall. So what are we learning? Morbid fear can affect us in a way that we will not carry out what is right, but with help from God, we will have success. And that's what we are looking at today. Jesus set a fine example at Luke chapter 12, verse 4 to 12. Jesus teaches followers why they need not to fear men or to worry about the prospect of having to defend their true faith before anyone at all. So we are learning that morbid fear can make we don't speak up. So if someone say you're a Christian, they are reluctant to say yes because they fear what is going to take place. So Jesus helped his followers at Luke chapter 12, verse 4 to 12. Don't be afraid of men. Speak up. Be bold. Success is yours. Your homework, read the Bible book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 4 to 12, and leave your answers or your information or the information that you gathered about what Jesus was teaching his followers about morbid fear. Today's topic, morbid fear, or fear in general. What we dread. How it affects us. It affects us By who wants to tell? Hi, Sarah, being pressured by men. Yeah, man. So, who can give me an example of who was pressured to do something that was wrong by morbid fear? Yes, very good, very true. Aaron was pressured by the people that he was left to care for. They pressure him to build. Yeah, man, Aaron. Matthew chapter 2, 12, verse 4 to 12. Yes, that's the homework. Matthew chapter 12, verse 4 to 12. And yes, Jesus was teaching his followers to not let fear of men affect the way they speak up or to be bold. Is there any comfort for morbid fear? Is there any comfort for morbid fear? Yes. Do you know where to find it in the scripture? You can give me one, you can give me two, you can give me what you remember. Sarah said Isaiah 35, verse 4. Very good. You know what I say? Isaiah 35, verse 4. That's one comforting scriptures you get from morbid fear. When you are experiencing morbid fear, that's one scripture to help you cope. Yes, that's what the scripture is saying. Say to those who are anxious at heart, be strong. Do not be afraid. Yeah. Isaiah 35 and verse 4. Yeah, man. Isaiah 41, 10 and 13. You remember what the one they say? Isaiah 41, 10 and 13. Same as the first. Yes, do not be afraid, for I am with you. Do not be anxious, for I am your God. So that is those are the comforting scriptures you receive when you're experiencing morbid fear. These scriptures will give you comfort. Isaiah 34, Isaiah 35 verse 4, Isaiah 41 verse 10, and Isaiah 41 and verse 13. For Jehovah your God is holding on to your right hand. He is the one saying to you, do not be afraid, because he is with you. So you see how important you are to God. He's holding on to you and him not let you go. Final scripture for today, the scripture for comfort when you're experiencing morbid fear. Hebrews 13 and verse 6. Hebrews 13 and verse 6 is a reminder for all of us. We need courage and we need help. so that we may be of good courage and say, Jehovah God is my helper. I will not be afraid. What can man do to me? Thank you all for tuning in today. I really appreciate the love. I couldn't have done it without you guys. And thank you guys for the questions. Good afternoon to you, whoever it is, Mr. Network or Mrs. Network. I would have to take up that topic on another day to show you that he's not just a prophet, he is a God. And he is not the main one that run the show. His father is the one that run the show. And we can talk about that another time. But prove to you, another time we can talk about it. Let me do the research and come back and share it with you. And I will show it to you that he is not a prophet, but he is a God. Or let me give you a little homework where you can go home and look at it. If you're still there. John chapter 1 and verse 1. That's a little homework for you, Mr. Network or Mrs. Network. I don't know if you're here or she, but John 1:1 is the first of the question that you ask or what you're trying to assume. John chapter 1 verse 1 is a sample of Jesus is a God. So you can check it. And then the next discussion, I will definitely give you some more information. So looking forward for you to be here. I hope that I can complete the information tonight and then bring it tomorrow. The torture stake, yes. No, nonsense. That's false. That's false information. Yes, the Father sent the Son on the torture stake to save mankind from sin, but Jesus didn't send anybody else. He leave. Okay, very good. So he leave. he leave a model for his followers to follow. Made disciples of people of all nations, helping them to know who his Father is and helping them to come and be a part of his heavenly kingdom. So we can talk about this another time. Don't worry, I always do live stream. So you will get your answer. And listen, do your research too. And make sure that your information is accurate. And you can prove to me that it is in the Bible and we can have nice discussion. Thank you all for tuning in today. I'm looking forward for a new topic. Guys, we're going to look at the new topic. Please make sure you guys are here when we talk about it. Is Jesus a God or a prophet? That's a new topic, guys. And I'm going to go do some research starting right now. And then I will answer Mr. Network. So thank you guys for tuning in. Catch you in the next one. Bye.